All right, let's talk about Dish Internet. You've probably seen the ads, but what is it really? Is Dish, the company we've known for satellite TV forever, now a major internet player? Well, today we're breaking down exactly what their service is all about and what it could mean for you, especially if you happen to live in a more rural area. Let's get into it.
So if you live somewhere with, not so great internet options, seeing a familiar name like Dish pop up is probably pretty interesting. But hold on. Before you go picking up the phone, we really need to understand what's actually being offered here, because it's not quite as straightforward as you might think.
I mean, for nearly half a century, when you heard the name Dish, you thought of one thing: satellite TV, right? That iconic little dish has been on rooftops all across America, bringing TV into millions of homes. But the whole media world is changing.
And Dish is definitely trying to change with it. Their focus has really broadened from just TV to high-speed internet, and they're targeting the very same rural communities they've been serving for decades. And that, of course, leads to the big question.
So what is the deal? Is Dish actually an internet service provider now? Are they launching their own fleet of satellites up there to compete with companies like Starlink? What exactly is Dish Internet?
And here we have it, the answer, straight from Dish's own website. And this is the key takeaway. Dish itself does not provide the internet service. Your bill for the internet part of the deal is going to come from a completely separate company.
So the best way to think about Dish here is as a facilitator. They're kind of like a middleman or a bundler. They connect you with an internet partner, but they are not the ones actually beaming that internet signal down to your house. And that's a really, really important distinction to make.
Okay, so if Dish isn't the provider, then who is? Well, their main partner, the one they're advertising like crazy right now, is Starlink. So let's break down how this whole partnership actually works for you, the customer. This chart makes the division of labor super clear. Dish's job, to bundle the TV package and, this is the big one, provide that professional installation. Starlink handles everything else that's internet related, the actual service, the monthly bill for it, and any technical support you might need down the line.
So if you sign up for this deal, your internet is coming from Starlink. So, what kind of performance can you actually expect? Let's take a closer look at the details.
First thing everyone wants to know, price. According to the Dish promotion, Starlink plans start at $50 a month. Now keep in mind that can vary a bit based on where you live and the exact plan you end up choosing.
And what about speed? This is always the biggest concern with satellite internet, right? Well, this partnership is advertising speeds up to 400 megabits per second. Now, to put that in perspective, that is plenty fast for a whole family to stream 4K movies, work from home, and play online games all at the same time. That's a huge leap forward compared to older satellite options. And beyond just the speed, there are some other really key features with the Starlink service. You get unlimited data, which is a massive advantage over older providers like HughesNet that had really strict data caps. The hardware itself is also built tough. I mean, it can literally melt snow, and it's designed to withstand heavy rain and wind. That all adds up to a much more reliable connection.
Okay, this all leads to a very logical question. If Starlink is the one providing the internet, why wouldn't you just sign up with them directly? I mean, what's the actual benefit of going through Dish?
And here it is. The number one reason is professional installation. This is Dish's secret weapon. They're using their huge nationwide network of technicians to their advantage. Let's be real, setting up satellite equipment can be a pain, but Dish takes that whole headache away by sending a pro to do it all for you.
So here's what that looks like in practice. A pro comes to your house, they find the absolute perfect spot for the Starlink dish to get the best performance, they handle the entire physical setup, and they will not leave until they've walked you through everything and answered all your questions. It's a completely hands-off process for you.
The other really big piece of the puzzle here is how that internet connection unlocks all these new features for your Dish TV service. Suddenly, you get access to over 60,000 on-demand movies and shows. You can use the Dish Anywhere app to stream on the go, and you can get apps like Netflix and Prime Video right there on your Dish box.
Okay, so we've broken down what Dish is doing, what Starlink is providing, and how they work together. Now let's put all those pieces together and help you figure out if this bundle actually makes sense for your home.
So who is this really for? Look, this bundle is not for someone living in a big city with a dozen fiber internet options. But for a very specific type of customer, this could be the absolute perfect solution.
And here's that profile. This bundle is tailor-made for someone who lives in a rural area where, cable or fiber internet just isn't an option. They also have to be someone who wants a big satellite TV package with a ton of channels. And maybe most importantly, they value convenience and would much rather have a professional handle the entire setup for both services in just one visit.
So we end with this question. For people who live beyond the reach of traditional broadband and who want that full-service TV and internet experience without any of the DIY hassle, is this the all-in-one rural entertainment solution they've been waiting for? Well, from everything we've seen, it's making a very, very strong case.